Hey for baseball, and the wind blowing in again. So it is a little bit nippy here today at the ballpark as the neutral Trevians take on Glenbrook North. Here's Adam Robinson to lead it off for the Spartans of Glenbrook North to face Charlie Tilson getting his first start. A fly ball and taken by Gordy Campbell, who's playing center field today. Route number one. Takuma Tatishi, the batter. Facing Tilson, left-hander delivers. Strike on the inside corner. Fouled off. And a little comebacker knocked down by Tilson over to first. 1-3 on the put out. Here's Keith Brand. Brand fouls one off for a strike. Strike one. Top of the first inning of this ball game. Glad to have you on the network. Welcome for baseball. Pitch is low ball. The lock and the load. Fouled off. Swing and a miss. Strike three on a pitch inside. Caught the inside corner, maybe. And a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Go to the bottom half of the first. Jonathan Hall leads it off. There's a strike on the outside corner. Strike one. Steve Phillips on the mound. 6'4" right-hander. Ball, 1-1. Jonathan Hall. John has really been a spark to this ball club. A little bunt. Throw to first. Safe. He said he was off the bag. Safe on the error, they call that. Here's J.B. McCollum. J.B. getting a chance to play regularly lately. And boy, did he have a great game against Evanston on Thursday. J.B. playing third base today. There's a strike. The look in. The pitch. Low and outside a ball. 2-1 the count. High bounder. Step on the bag. They got him. Over to first in time. Double play. (6-3) on the DP. 2 out. And it was Charlie Tilson. And Tilson sends a ball down the line, foul. High and outside the ball. Low and outside ball. And 3-1 on the count to Charlie Tilson. And the count goes full. Three and two on the count. Fly ball. Left field, left fielder misplayed a little bit. Drops for the base hit. And Tilson goes all the way to second on that. A double for Charlie Tilson. Here's Lowell Hall. And a strike. 2 out. Lowell Hall, the batter. That's a ball. And a strike. Stu Brown pinch running for Tilson. There's a line shot base hit. And Brown home the score on the RBI single by Lowell Hall to right. And that's 1-0 New Trier. Here's Tim Duxbury. Tim with a dramatic home run in last night's game in real time against Lockport in the 8th inning after the Trevians blew the lead. Foul ball. In on the fist. There's a strike. Foul ball. Windshield whacker. Another one popped up down the line and going to run out of play. Wynn's going to take stuff today. Throw to first. And Hall back in time. Strike 3. And the inning over. But 1 run on 2 hits. And at the end of 1, it's 1-0 New Trier, and we'll be back. And the first offering by Tilson, low and outside the ball. Ball 1. Cooper rushing the batter. There's a strike on the inside corner. That's a low ball. Top of the second. And ball 4. Here's Brian Zone. Showed bunt. Took a strike. Again showing bunt. Gets it away. And the sacrifice going to work, moving the runner along. Here's Jimmy Schmidt. So I'm going to match strike. So 1 out, runner at second. Top of the second inning. Glenbrook North just came up with a big-time victory, beating conference rival Highland Park in a marathon Thursday night in real time. This game being played on Saturday in real time. Now the delivery outside the ball. The look back by Tilson a couple of times. Ground ball. Duxbury has it. The pickup in time. 6-3 on the put out. Nice job also freezing rushing at second. Here's John Cornfield. He showed bunt, took a ball. Metro Chicago Sports Network. Baseball coverage. Another ball game. Coming to the end of the season here. Playoffs. For New Trier will begin Wednesday, May 27th. And we won't know the opponent till Memorial Day. Game in the afternoon, 2 Chicago teams. I want to say Schurz and Lake Northside Prep, I think. Ball inside. There's a strike. And ball 4. So 2 walks, 2 aboard, 2 out. There's a strike. Connor Olson, the batter. Outfield, Mazzoni, Campbell, and Caro. Left to right. Just saw them there. It's a ball, 1-1. To Olson, number 8 in the batting order for the Spartans. Fouled back. Infield, third to first. McCollum, Duxbury, Jonathan Hall, and Peter McNitt. Battery today of Tilson pitching, Schrader catching. Foul ball. Inside a ball. High fly ball. And Campbell takes it for the out. In the inning, no runs, no hits. 2 walks, 2 left. There's Jake Carroll leaving it off. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. Ball 1. Second inning. Another one fouled off. And fouled again. Phillips delivers high, a ball. Got the wind blowing in today. That's high, a ball. And ball 4. Carroll coaxes the walk. Here's Peter McNitt. A little swinging bunt. But it does the job. There's a bunt. And not going to be a tag. And Mazzoni, a little bunt single. Here's Gordy Campbell. Runners at the corners. Foul ball, strike. I thought there was a wonderful comment on the White Sox radio broadcast, and I think it kind of describes what is going on with Peter McNitt a little bit this year. Peter in something of a sophomore slump, a little bit. And I said basically it's a case of in between. Strike 3 for Peter. He's got the tools. He just kind of taking bad pitches. And not able to get up to the fastball. Mazzoni with the stolen base uncontested on second. 2 out. Two and 1 the count. Hot shot foul. But he'll come around. And Evanston gave me a real nice drive that just happened to be a little too close to the ball 4. Happened to be just a little too close to the right fielder. In the first game over in Evanston. Bases are loaded. Here's J.B. McCollum. 2 out. Outside a ball. Scooped that. And right fielder will take it for the out. And Trevians leave the bases loaded in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 left. At the end of 2, it's 1-0 New Trier. Another CNL day. Cooler near the lake. Here's Scott Sutton. There's a fly ball. And take it for the out. To left. Caught out there by Mazzoni. There's a strike. To Robinson, leadoff batter. Adam Robinson. Little squibber. 1-3 on the putout. Tatishi. It's a fly ball. Everybody going to give chase, and whoops. Well, trying to one-hand it is Campbell, and he drops it. That's a whoopsie. First one for the Trevians today. Here's Brand. Keith Brand, throw to first. Runner back. Strike on the outside corner. I've been doing this too many years. A ground ball. Pick up. Throw over to first in time. 5-3 on the putout and the inning over. No runs, no hits, an error. And a man left. Tilson to lead it off. The Glenbrook North squad. As a sophomore, his father played hockey for me back in the 70s. New Trier. A single for Tilson, New Trier East. Thought of first, runner back. There's a strike. Outside the ball. And throw it to second. Not in time. Stolen base for Tilson. They're letting run right now. That's pitch high ball. 1-2. To Lowell Hall, singled his last time up. Gets away. And Tilson over to third. So runner at third. On the pass ball, wild pitch, whatever. Fly ball. Scooped it down the right field line, out of play. Infield pulled in a little bit, looking for the play at the plate, outside the ball. And ball 4. So Hall aboard. Runners at the corners for Tim Duxbury. Low and outside the ball. Ball 1. Third inning. That's low ball. Little squibber foul. Low Hall at first. Charlie Tilson over at third. Had him first on the shot there. Little squibber. And the dogs are going to bark in the household, or Duxbury household tonight. Going to hurt a little bit. Outside a ball. Infield pulled back to normal depth with a runner at first. Man, ball 4. And the base is loaded with nobody out for Jake Caro. Time called. Pick up a baseball that went out. Unlike the pros, you can't keep the baseballs when they go foul. Ground ball, foul. Outside of third. Swing and a bat, straight. 0-2. To right fielder Jake Caro. Set to the outside. Foul ball back. And that's outside the ball. He did go, strike 3. One away. Here's Peter McNitt. And fouled off for strike. Little scoop that foul. Well outside the ball, wasted it. See if he could catch Peter McNitt heading for the Skokie Lagoons. Little scooper ground ball. Play will be at the plate. The throw. No. Fielder's choice. And the error on the catcher, they say. And a run in. Bases remain loaded. Here's Mazzoni. Mazzoni, bunt single last time up. Stolen uncontested base. It's a strike. Foul ball back at the screen. That's low ball. And another one fouled off. Hall at third, Duxbury at second, McNitt at first. That's a ball. And ball 4. And another run home. Here's Gordy Campbell. Campbell with a high fly ball. Little infield fly rule, pop up. And there's 2 away. Here's Jonathan Hall. Takes a strike. 3-0 now, favoring New Trier. All the runs this inning. Three walks. Can't be giving away gifts like that. 1-1. Although the Trevians happy recipients here. Hot shot foul outside of first. Bounces in for the ball. Another one fouled off. And ball outside, well outside. Fouled off. There go the runners. Ball 4. And yet another run in. And the Trevians have batted around here. And McCollum with a fly ball. Left fielder thought to go back. Came in and took it for the out. But the Trevians put a 3 spot on the board and lead it 4-0 at the end of 3. And we'll be back. Well, batting order due up for the Spartans. Some of the crowd here today. Bundled up for this one. Charlie Tilson on the mound. The sophomore delivers. Fouled off. Strike 1. Scooped out a little dying quail. Base hit. Little single. Here's zone. First baseman. Strike. Must have gotten hit in the face somewhere along the line. Where's facial protection now? Fouled off. Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hear about that. Hard to keep track. High and outside, a ball. Little squibber, ground ball foul. Strike 3 on the inside corner. 1 away. And here's Schmidt. Takes a strike. Jimmy Schmidt. That's high ball. High and outside the ball. 1 out, 1 on. Top of the 4th inning. In a rather stamping ball game here. If it weren't for all the walks. High pop-up foul and out of play. Windshield whacker. Foul tip. Held on. Strike 3. Here's Cornfield. Strike. So 2 out. Rushing to let off the inning with a single. Still there at first. Outside a ball. 1-1 the count. Goes the bunt. Fouled off. Didn't miss by much. Outside the ball. Shave and haircut. 2 bits. High and tight for the ball. Time called. Cornfield steps out. Now back in. Down to first. Runner back. Count's gone full. Strike 3. And Tilson struck out the side. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit. And 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 4th. And Tilson will lead it off. Charlie also, not only is he pitching a 1-hitter, but 2 for 2 at the plate with 2 runs scored. Line shot foul. And a single off the top of the glove. 3 for 3 on the day. Here's Lowell Hall. There's a strike. And strike 2. To Low. He's singled and walked. Down to first, runner back. Set to the outside. Pitch well outside the ball. Well, something that hasn't happened in a couple of years. I take that back. It sort of happened last year. The Nutria Highland Park game takes on a little bit of extra meaning this year. Both teams ranked number 1 in their sectionals. Both of them ranked in the Chicago area, if you believe things like rankings. I don't. Stolen base. Second stolen base for Tilson. Foul ball. Squibbed 1 foul. New pitcher on the mound. That's a ball. Kyle Chapman now pitching. Stocky player. 6 foot tall, 210. Line shot foul. Lowell Hall hanging in there. And a high pop-up. Everyone will give chase. Won't get to it. Up on the dugout. Yeah, it's off of the liner. That's a base hit. It actually gets past the right fielder a little bit. But they'll hold Tilson at third. And Lowell Hall stood at first. So runners at the corners. Here's Duxbury. He hits a ground ball. Third baseman has it. Long throw in time. And kept Tilson at third. 1 away. Here's Jake Carroll. He walked and left stranded in the second. Struck out in the third. Batting here in the 4th. There's the bunt. Play will be home. Nope. Not in time. On the sacrifice, on the suicide squeeze. They'll score that as a fielder's choice. And another run home for the Trevians. High throw there. Peter McNitt, the batter. Fouled off. Ball haul all the way around to third. There's a strike. And Carroll with the stolen base. Uncontested, Peter McNitt. Infield pulled in. Squibber foul. Ground ball, second baseman. Throw over to first in time. Yet another run home. Here's Steve Mazzoni. Officially 1-for-1 on the day. He was one of the recipients of the many walks last inning. Six nothing. Ground ball through for the base hit. Nice job by the shortstop keeping it from getting out into the outfield, but a gapper and another run home. Here's Gordy Campbell. High pop up. Skied it and taken by the pitcher for the out to end the inning. But the Trevians score three more and lead it 7-0 at the end of four, and we'll be back. First pitch was fouled off. Second one down low for a ball, and the count evens up at 1-1. Olson, Sutton, and Robinson 8-9-1 in the Spartan lineup. Count goes blackjack. Due up here in the top of the fifth inning. Charlie Tilson delivers 3-1. Got a little bit of a breeze blowing in. Has been all ball game. Fly ball out towards right. Taken by Kuro for the out. One away. Here's Sutton. Number 9 in the batting order. Scott Sutton, Jr. And he sends a fly ball out to left. Left fielder waits, takes it for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Low and outside, a ball. There's a fly ball, going to drop in for the base hit. A little 2-out single by Robinson, and here's Tatishi. And that's a ball. There's a fly ball out toward left. Left fielder Mazzoni circles in and takes it for the out. In the inning, no runs, a hit, and a man left. We go to the bottom half of the fifth. Trevians leading this one 7-0. And here's Jonathan Hall to lead it off. Top of the batting order due up for New Trier. Pitch is outside a ball. Ball one. Ball two. Going to have a barbecue again between the games, the varsity and the junior varsity game. A single right back up the middle for Jonathan Hall, and here's J.B. McCollum. McCollum's had the collar today. There goes the runner. There goes the throw, not in time. And a little off mark, third stolen base of the ball game. Make that the fifth stolen base of the ball game for the Trevians. A little squibber. Whoops. And everybody going to be safe. Second error of the ball game for the Spartans. 2 out. Nobody out. Charlie Tilson, who is done pitching for the day. First and second, nobody out. Pitch is high, a ball. And a strike on the outside corner. Lowell Hall on deck. Swing and a miss. And the count goes full. And now inside and low. A ball, and the bases are loaded. Well, thank you, Glenbrook North. That is the 7th walk issued by Spartan pitchers today. We're only in the 5th inning. Here's Lowell Hall. Swinging a bit, strike. Bases loaded. A little squibber. Got a little piece of it. Fouled it off. I take it back. It's not Lowell Hall. It's John Schrader. Batting for Lowell. One and two. On Schrader. Strike three. Fourth strikeout of the ball game for Spartan pitchers, and Duxbury with a little short fly ball caught. Here comes the runner home. No, he's safe on the sacrifice fly. That brings home another run. McCollum tagged up and went over to third, so runners at the corners. And here's Curro with a fly ball out dead away left field. And left field not going to get to that one. Plays it on the hop, and here comes the 10th run of the ball game home. And the ball game is all over.